Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on this video going viral. More so, the part of the video that I find entertaining is the kid walking up and punching the other kid. But no, to give you guys a little bit of context, so yeah, this kid's walking up and down the hallways talking about how he supports ICE. And it confuses the life out of me because I don't get it. You know what ICE has done to people. It done put fear in like families. It done put fear in, I guess, people that they just, like by themselves. I mean, done killed innocent people. I'm saying like it really trips me out. And the thing is this, because I feel like I need to explain the kid that, quote unquote supports ICE. But no, it's like people coming out and supporting. They only support ICE because ICE hasn't done nothing to them, But let them kill their friend, let them kill their family member, and see won't that support disappear. But no, overall though, to explain this kid, he's pretty much just being a pick me person. He's trying to stand out, cause attention to himself. He's trying to be the popular kid, but he's going about it in the wrong way. And I'm like, the thing is, it really doesn't need to be taught like on how to be the popular kid. Like if you're well respected amongst multiple like groups within your school, fam, you're the popular kid. And that was the thing, like I didn't hang out with the jocks, I didn't hang out with the smart kids, I didn't hang out with the, I guess the basic popular kids. Like I don't know, because there's like those kids where it's like they popular but they, I don't know, they got like 200-300 followers on Instagram or something. Like they're not all that popular. They they hang out at a table amongst the quote unquote popular kids. And no, it was funny because I was friends with just about everybody. I might have just put down like a bunch of kids where they are like, wait a minute, are we the fake popular kids? Like we don't, we're better than this. Look, okay, like I didn't mean it like that, but I was like, there's like the popular kids where it's like, okay, we know them, but we don't know them. Like we don't be conversating with them and stuff, So there's like two different types of popular kids. There's the ones that we know, but we don't be conversating with them. We don't even know what they doing like 10 years. Cause yeah, there was the kids that I went to school with where they were considered the popular kids. I don't know what them kids is doing nowadays, all right? But overall though, like there's those kids, and then there's the popular kids where it's like everybody knows them, everybody's cool with them, like they can sit amongst any group and it's chill, it's cool, like they fit in with everybody and stuff. So I was that kid, I didn't really, I had my group of friends that I hung out with, but at the same time, I'm like, I put me in any classroom, I guarantee and I promise you, I either have a friend in that classroom already or I am going to make a friend in that classroom. But yeah, there was never a time, I don't think there was ever a time where I was in a classroom and I didn't have no friends in there. It was like I said, it was either I was cool with everybody that was in there, or as the semester went on, I ended up being cool with somebody in that classroom because I was a class clown. Like I was somebody where I'm like, nah, bro, class is boring. We got to do something, all right? So, but that was the thing. I never caused any negative attention to myself, like that was one thing where I'm like, I feel that it ain't something that's that's taught to you. Like you just know, don't cause no negative attention to yourself. So that's why I'm confused by this kid. But at the same time, I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to go viral on the internet. Mission accomplished. You went viral on the internet, but was it worth it? Now, it's like, it's one of those things where I guarantee and I promise you, this kid, some years down the road, he's going to be talking about, oh, I was being bullied. Kids, they were, it was mentally tolling and all this other stuff. And it's like, you brought it on yourself. You can't blame nobody besides yourself. Nobody told you to walk up and down the hallways talking about I support ICE. Nobody told you to do that. But that's the thing with like people getting involved with social media. As soon as they get involved, social media, like with some, I ain't gonna say everybody, but there are some people out there, they ain't got no guidance. So when they get involved with the internet, when they get involved with social media, that's their guidance. So they see things like this work for other people and they're like, oh, well, I can do that. I got the courage and the confidence to do that. Not realizing the I guess the effect of that cause. But overall, though, look at him now, where it's like you went viral for all the wrong reasons, and then on top of that, you didn't even, it wasn't even like you were the main person in the video. The main person in the video was that kid that walked up and he just started swinging. That is without doubt, like, no, whoever that kid is, he's going places. I guarantee and I promise you, maybe he, if like, cause I was trying to think, maybe cause I know with Ellen DeGeneres, like she always be liking to invite people on there and stuff. Maybe if she would have wanted to, I guess, like, you know, an episode where she's like, hey, you know what, we gonna act out, we gonna invite any and everybody we want to invite, you know, we want to invite this kid that got the swing, because that kid, he's gonna get looked at as a legend. Everybody, there's gonna be kids in there where it's all like, hey, I seen this kid up and down the hallways, never bothered to have a conversation with him, but me and him, we both have a mutual feeling towards ICE. We don't like them, you know. But my thing is this: if this kid truly does support ICE, why do you think it's a good idea? Like, overall, you know, yes, speak your mind, you know, support whatever it is that you want to support. But why do you think it's a good idea to do that, knowing what kids are capable of? Like, kids now, look, it's no disrespect to this generation of kids, even the kids that I went to school with, they were kind of crazy. But that's something that I would never do, is provoke kids to be even more crazy. Let's say if, like, I feel like this is best case scenario, what could have happened to you is this kid walking up to you in the hallways and swinging on you. Let's say it could have been a kid that wanted to do something to you. I mean, do something that would, it's either going to leave permanent damage, or it's going to either, it's okay, so two things. It's either going to land you in the hospital, or it's going to land you in the morgue. I really don't want to get into details on what it is, but like I said, kids nowadays are crazy. So it's like, there's kids there, it's like they want to take a life, you know, and you walking up and down the hallways talking about I support ICE. Meanwhile, there's that one kid where you ain't even thinking about them. They done had half their family get taken away from ICE. Do you really think that that's something that a kid wants to see? And that's the thing that people don't even be thinking about. They don't be thinking about stuff like that. They don't be thinking about how am I going to affect the kids that I go to school with? Now, and that's the thing where it's like, yeah, there might be one or two kids that might be cool with you, but other than that, it's like, fam, the school hates you now. Like, that's something that you know, throughout the years that I went to school, from elementary, from preschool to elementary, middle school, high school, I guess if I wanted to go to college, I'm saying the mindset would have been the same. Do not cause no negative attention to myself, because I'm not trying to have it where I'm constantly defending myself for whatever actions I'm doing. I'm constantly getting into it with people. Yeah, I've had my run-ins. Yeah, I had my situations and cases, but it was one of those things where it's like, okay, it's gonna most likely get handled within that day. We moving on from the situation to this. It ain't gonna get handled within one day. Like, that's what you're always gonna be remembered as. That kid that walked up and down the hallways, either trying to go viral, or you're doing something where it's like, fam, who cares if you, and that's the thing too, who cares if you support ICE? Did any of those kids that you went to school with, did they ask you about your stance with ICE? Because if not, fam, you could have saved that to yourself. But, and it trips me out where it's like kids, they could just get so easily persuaded into doing some stuff like that, not realizing I guess, not even so much as like I'm talking about what you're doing to other kids, but what you're doing to yourself. Like, you're showcasing how you can't think for yourself. And if you are thinking for yourself, then fam, you're thinking wrong. Because supporting ICE, what is supporting ICE doing for you? I mean, look at where it done led you now, supporting ICE. You done went viral on the internet for the wrong reasons, and now you got a beef with a kid where most likely this ain't gonna be the last interaction that you have with this kid. I guarantee and I promise you, there is going to be a time where you and this kid is much older, probably gonna be walking off up in a bar, a club, a party, whatever the case may be. That kid, he gonna be like, hey, look, there ain't gonna be no administrators to help you out this time, all right? Nobody likes you here. I'm going to get the swinging. And this time, I'm going to make sure of it that I do some damage. What you going to do then? What are you going to do if it's a kid where it's like, you know, yeah, there's just no administrators. Let's say it's early in the morning or late in the afternoon. You either walking home, catching the bus, driving by car, whatever the case is, but somebody follows you. And just even that too, where it's like I'm like, man, there's just all the different things that I'm thinking of, that it's like, this kid, he messed his life up. He messed his life up, and he messed up the life of those that he lives with. Because now let's say kids, they start following you home, then they leak out your address, and now people are showing up to your house, destroying things and causing problems and stuff. And it's like, fam, that's why I'm saying, it's like, I don't know, maybe he lives in a Trump supporting household and stuff, but yeah, because there might be some kids that's currently in school, and and those are probably gonna be the kids that he's cool with, the kids that are Trump supporters. But there's so many kids that are not Trump supporters. There are so many adults that are not Trump supporters. I'm saying, I don't understand, why would you do that to yourself? And I know people are going to be like, oh, freedom of speech, he's allowed to have whatever political views. And it's like, fam, you're a teenager. My thing is this, you should be living life, having fun. Like, fam, when I was a teenager, I'm telling you right now, I was looking for any way possible to have fun, whether it was at school, whether it was at home, whether it was at a friend's home. Like, man, I'm telling you, like, your teenage years, that's the years that you're supposed to enjoy. But it's like, the thing is this, I guarantee and I promise you, this kid, if he goes far and beyond with content creating, because that's what I personally think. I just think that he's a content creator trying to go viral. And it's just sad that, people, they feel like they need to do some out of the ordinary stuff where it's like, oh, I don't care if it has like a negative outlook, I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm like, fam, and that's the thing, I guess, just even talk on that. I don't know why people think like when being a content creator, you have to be negative. You don't. Hold on, excuse me. But I then did thousands upon thousands of videos. Like my main channel, over 13,000 videos. I have a gaming channel. I have a sports channel. I have a wrestling channel. I have a fashion channel. I guess, when that day comes where I get a little bit more into fashion. I'm creating channels for ideas that I'm not going to really attack right now, but I'll attack them down the road. But my thing is this, I don't have to put people down while doing the content. Unless it's somebody that's just doing something outright negative and disrespectful and rude and mean and all that stuff, then okay, I'll talk about it. But at the end of the day, if it's people where I'm like, pretty much the point that I'm trying to make, you'll never catch me talking about how I support ICE. Because there's not family, well, they're friends that I would consider family. But there's friends of mine, and there's most likely fans too, where they watch my videos, and that's probably something that they would never expect. I guess like I would be curious though. Like, I'm not saying that I do support ICE, but how would that make you guys feel, like talking to any and everybody that's listening? How would that make you feel where it's like you're a fan of me, you've been a fan of me for years, you've been watching all my videos, you sat down with your family together and watched my videos, and out of nowhere I come out and say that I support ICE? Like, and that's the thing too, even there's friends of his where it's like they're looking at you differently, where it's like now, and then on top of that too, you done put your friends in the situation, because now people are gonna be looking like, oh, you friends with that guy? That's the thing, he messed his life up. This kid, he messed his life up trying to go viral. And it's something where I'm like, man, I just, throughout the years of me being a content creator, I've never had the idea of, let me do this negative video and it's like, fam, I guess on top of that too, why'd you need to record it? If you support, my thing is this, if you support ICE that much, it's like, fam, you didn't need to record that. But like I said, he was trying to go viral. He most likely don't even support ICE like that. Because I think that's what I did check his, I think it was his Instagram account. He actually got banned from Instagram too. I was like, man, so it's like your content creating career, done, shot. Like, yeah, I guess maybe you could go on to Rumble, but who's going to go on to Rumble to watch your videos? Like, honestly, it's one of those things, yeah, maybe it's going to probably be the same amount of views that I be getting on my videos. Those going to be the same amount of views that maybe, it ain't even a possibility, but you might get those same amount of views on Rumble. But is that going to take you to the promised land? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, fam, throughout the years of me being a content creator, I always thrive of like, what video game could I play? What video I can react to? Or what can I talk about on my podcast? Or what TikTok or Instagram videos can I do? I don't need to, I gotta support Ice to go viral. No, I don't. Even if it was a thing where it's all like, oh, if you do a video showing support to Ice, it'll get you millions of views, millions of subscribers, and all this other stuff. I can't go out like that. That's a sellout move. And I'm like, and no, this kid, I'm like, yeah, he's a sellout. It's one of those things. I guarantee he probably didn't even know about Ice, wasn't even thinking about Ice last year, and all of a sudden, oh, he has the courage and the confidence to walk up and down the hallway supporting Ice. That's why I'm like, yeah, this kid, he was trying to go viral and it backfired in his face, and it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, hopefully lesson learned. With the whole like, oh, I'm trying to be a famous content creator. Fam, I was trying to be a famous content creator too when I was in high school. And just some of the videos, hold on for a second, let me just go to my channel real quick and see some of my earlier videos and stuff. It wasn't content that I was proud of, but yeah, I was posting videos of the first dog that I got. I was posting videos of myself playing Fight Night. What else? What are some other content? I posted a video of me sliding across my gym floor at my high school. What else? A Harlem Globetrotters game when the New Boys, the people that did that You're a Jerk song, when they came to my school. Airplane video, or yeah, videos of me when I was in the, and it was like, this was some like horrible quality content, but anyways, what else? Some music. I'm trying to think, what are some other videos I've done? That was the first video I ever did, huh? I felt like I did another video where I was talking on something else, but I had, I guess, yeah, I did a video where I talked on The Walking Dead season 3. I was like, I don't know, I felt like that should have been a different, it should have been something else. But anyways, but no, one of the first videos where I remember talking about that situation, and I'm trying to think. I don't think I say anything bad about the victim and stuff. I think I more so talked that I had to go back and watch that video. But no, overall though, I did talk on that situation in Florida where that guy took them bath salts. And I remember I always thought that was the first video I did talking, like actually talking and all that stuff. But no, over the years, I'm like, I had to say like the times where I did do content, where I did, because I think it was Ray William Johnson, Rebecca Black. I'm trying to think of some other content creators there might have been some other ones, but it's like, as I grow up, I realize I'm like, there's no reason to do videos like that. I don't have to do videos putting down other people and stuff, and it's like, and it's funny how like with both Ray William Johnson and Rebecca Black, I ended up being a fan of them two people, so that's why I'm like, man, it really trips me out, where it's like, I guess maybe this kid, he has a little bit of growing to do, but if not, if this is what he sees his career being, where it's just he has to put down others, it's like, yeah, bro, you ain't gonna have a long content creating career, I'll tell you that much. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service, and peace.